Hi everybody, welcome to your free video guide for the qualifying round in Expert Division for the Woodland Retreat 9-hole cup. We're playing Sequoia Creek. Please give me a thumb up if you don't mind and make sure you subscribe to the channel, totally free to do so. Timestamps in the video description down below. These are tournament wins, but remember, for the best results you will need to take a practice token or two and put in some personal tweaks according to your club's balls and play style, and of course to cope with any variance in the wind strength or wind angles that you may face. But this will give you a very good starting point. Remember to check back on Saturday for the final round. Here we go. We're going to play with the Thor's Hammer and the Runner as our short iron here because we need top spin on both accounts. So we're going to add spin first with the Thor's Hammer, 7 top spin and 1 bar side spin to the left. Once you've added spin, look at where my second bounce is in case you've got different club level than me. It's in the middle of the fairway, you can see there nicely into that tree shadow, about in the centre of that tree shadow. So try and line up in the right spot. You don't want to aim too close to this first section of rough. Then we're going to adjust max plus 10 power 3 settings. Now the rock takes the edge of the white ring out of the way of the view, so I adjust from the blue ring and then over the bullseye as needed. So I would suggest you pull from the same point on that blue ring just for clarity. We're going within a wall curl to the left with no overpower, and then we want to hit perfect and have a pen and paper ready to write down your drive distance because we're going to use that for our approach. Top spin takes us very nicely down the fairway and it's going to be in the region of 315 to 320 yards. Second shot with the runner for the top spin. Going with the runner for level 10 because most of my viewers will have that rather than higher levels of short irons that aren't that easy to upgrade. So adding spin first, 6 top spin and 1 left spin, and then we're setting up with the ball guide going 1 green square through the hole. Red ring is touching the rough, but if you've hit great left or great right you might not have that ring reference, so focus on the ball guide once you've added spin. Drive distance of 317 yards is played at 78% slider on this shot, 10% elevation, pulling over the bullseye, and try and line up nicely and vertical straight line with your pull, especially awkward when you're adjusting down a slope, so make sure you visualize that properly. 2% per yard, so if your drive was 318 you play 76% slider and so on, dropping it right at the pin for an eagle. Hole in one here with the quarterback. Take note of all the various parts of the setup though. We're going to add spin first and we're going with 3.5 backspin and 2 bars of right spin. Then the bottom right of the yellow ring will be very close to the rough line here with the ball guide short of the hole, and you can see it is pointing just off to the left edge with your spin added of course. Then we are going to adjust mid distance 10% elevation, power 3 numbers, mid plus 10, power 3. Making our adjustment there, ensure a nice straight pull here, and then we're going to take our shot, centre the ball, hit perfect. Might need some wind angle tweaks of course with par 3s, but a perfect ball away is going to catch the rough very nicely. You can see here this setup will be safe from a great left and a great right, and we're rolling in nicely for the hole in one. Quarterback, sniper and berserker here. P5 max rest, red ring touching the rough on the left. Then we are going to add spin, and we're using a berserker so that we don't need to overpower the second shot. I'm going with 1 bar of top spin and 1 bar of right spin. Once we've done that, then we're going to adjust max plus 10 power 5 settings. So max plus 10 P5. Final thing to say here is that we are going to make 2 pulls over the bullseye, and you should do the same so that you are replicating accurately. For me that's going to be 12 rings. Then it's time to take our shot. If you're worried about a glitch roll or if you've got really high wind here, you could take a little bit of top spin off. Obviously it's up to you to tweak and adapt as needed. Use these as base plays though. Very nice here, rolling down the fairway, and we're parking up before the end of the rough there, drive distance of around 340 yards. Second shot, move the target to have the white ring touching the rough on the right. Then I'm adding here It's about 5.9 top spin and always 2 right spin. In the end, I think I had a little bit of top spin on. and go with 6 bars. And we're looking at the ball guide coming out of the rough and safely onto the green. Outside chance of an albatross here. If you want to tweak it, then you can add 2 clicks of overpower. But for reference here, I'm adjusting maximum distance, 5% elevation, and I'm using sniper 10 numbers, pulling twice over the bullseye. Now sniper 9, you're going to be a little bit shorter. You may need to push up 2 yards after your adjustment and obviously stretch out into overpower slightly to find your position. Like I said, we lose a bit of pace here. We're safely on the green. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, to have a go at the albatross, then I would recommend you go with 2 clicks of overpower and see how that comes in. If not, you're putting for a very nice eagle. Now don't forget, next week, the Open. It is totally free to enter this tournament. Master brackets are way easier. I would encourage as many of you to step up as possible, and I'll be helping you along every step of the way in Master Division with totally free to play content. Win yourself some better club cards, win yourself some luminaries, and it doesn't matter if you've not got premium balls. I will give you brilliant free to play options on every hole of green at point. So check us out next week for the Open. Nice hole-in-one here with a sniper. We're going to add spin first. And here we're going to go with 1 bar of top spin and 2 bars of side spin to the left. Then we find our position. We're looking at the top of the white ring, touching the bunker, and also the tip of the ball guide. You need to kind of check both of these. But you want the tip of the ball guide just inside that light green square column. So pause the video, rewind and pause it. Make sure you got some references there. But like I said, you want to focus on the white ring touching the bunker, but also that tip of the ball guide once you've added spin, because if you're off a little bit left or right there, you may well miss. Mid plus 20, power 3 numbers, using sniper 10 numbers as well, centering the ball, and of course subject to any wind angle tweaks you might need, then of course you've got a very good chance at a hole-in-one here. And the pace has been good to me. If I've missed this one, it's only been a narrow amount and I've still stayed on the green, hitting the pin and falling for a hole-in-one. We're going to lay up here with this very nasty wind angle. Quarterback first, white ring touching the rough on the right at the top of plus 1 yards. Then we switch to the rock. Do not have the Goliath in the bag though, for goodness sake. Pack the grizzly, that's a mistake there in the video. So pack the rock and the sniper and the grizzly. We're going to add spin, 2 bars of right spin, and a very simple adjust here. It's going to be 1 to 1. So if you've got a wind of 7.9 like me, you're going to go 7.9 rings. The good news is here you can actually use a Titan on this one, because I'm not using 3 bars of side spin on either the drive or the approach. So it's up to you. If you want to try and save a Kingmaker, then you've still got a very good chance at the eagle. Centering the ball after our one-on-one adjustment, regardless of your club level in terms of the rock at least. And we hit perfect and get a drive distance of around 280 yards. Now, with the second shot, this is why you need to pack the grizzly, because you want to easily find the min line. So go to the min line of your sniper, blue ring touching the rough on the left, and then add your spin. And we want to have a look at the tip of the ball guide here. It's going to be around 4 top spin, but it may vary depending on your drive. Here you can see the tip of the ball guide, 3 green squares beyond the pin, vertically aligned with the pin. Now the problem here is I just left this one on the right edge. I would like you to maybe try adding a little bit more left spin. If that doesn't work, then maybe a click or 2 of left curl just to swing the ball in a little bit better. The pace was very nice, but like I said, I just parked this one on the right edge. But I love the adjustment, it comes in very nicely. We're always going to play minimum distance, 10% elevation, because we're setting up at the min line exactly. And we're just tweaking spins according to, of course, our drive and our position after our drive. So min plus 10, power 3, centre the ball and hit perfect, and you'll see here, based on the results of this replay, some tweaks that you might want to make as suggested earlier. You can have a look at it, take a token or 2, or just go live and try one of the tweaks. Coming in very nicely, but just look at that, little bit short on the right edge. We're going with the quarterback here, P3 max rest, 3 top spin and 3 right spin, because we don't want to get a load of distance on this drive. And we're setting up with the blue ring touching the rough on the right at P3 max rest. The adjustment I'm making here, maximum distance with 15% elevation, 15% elevation. Making our adjustment, and it's time to take our shot, and we're going here with full curl to the left but no overpower. So make sure you're not doing circle drop, just try and drag the ball across kind of nicely horizontally so you're not adding any unwanted OP. Bouncing very nicely, and we want to not threaten the rough at all. Drive distance is going to be around 350. Now the check here is a white ring sand check, and it's both the right edge and the bottom left of the white ring touching the fairway or the edges of the sand. You can see it was +4 there. It's a bit of a weird check, but that's kind of the only reference I found. Then I'm adding spin. 2 bars of backspin and 3 left spin. Now this isn't without risk, so please understand that. You are going to lose the ball guide when we adjust here. You can see there my ball guide reference when I was finding my position, pointing at the hole but stopping 2 green squares short. So for that +4 sand check, which would be +6 with sniper level 9, I'm playing it mid-distance, 10% elevation. However, I'm going to use inner wall left curl just to make sure of it, but look how close it is to the tree. If you're worried about wind angles, just for goodness sake play it safely to the green and understand the risks there, but if it works, it's very nice. If you're enjoying the free content and want to help keep it free and support the channel here, head over to patreon.com/BK Golf Clash. Loads of different membership levels, all have the same perks. You get wind charts early, you get elevation sheets, exclusive content as well, episodes of my club guide series up there as well. So plenty to help you out as membership perks if you want to help support the channel. Nasty headwind angle we're going to set up with the quarterback first for the + yard reference. And here I'm going at the top of +3 yards with the blue ring touching the rough on the left. Then we switch to our Thor's hammer bag with the thorn. And we're going with the kingmaker, and we're going to add our spin. And that's 6.5 top spin and 3 bars side spin to the right. And once we've done that, we're going to push adjust our rings because the trees and the shrubbery are very unhelpfully in the way. So we're going to push rings to adjust, and the adjustment is maximum distance 0 elevation. Reason I'm using Thor's hammer here, if you've got low level APOC, kind of APOC 3, 4, 5, the top spin is going to get you in between clubs most likely on the approach if you're unlucky. So that's why I'm going with Thor's hammer for the extra top spin. 0.8 ball curl to the right, circle drop over power, no more than that, so make sure it's just the first point where the circle drops. Hit perfect. Now, I would suggest you write down the drive distance as a reference as well, in case you haven't got a white ring fringe check. If so, the drive here matches up with the second shot, 340 yards, also known as a white fringe check of +4 in this scenario. Both of those is going to be a confirmed drop at 74% slider. You can see there I was making the check, but because it's so close to max distance of club, if you're short on the drive, you're not going to have that check, so have your drive distance ready as well. Blue ring touching the bunker, and then add backspin, get the ball guide 1 green square past the hole and missing on the left side of the cup. Not going to be much, it's going to be about 0.5, 0.8 backspin, depending on your drive distance. Like I said, both of those references for the drive distance and the white fringe check, they equate to 74% slider, and we're going to play with 35% elevation, pulling over the bullseye, centering the ball, hitting perfect, and this is going to have a very good chance for a drop. And you're going to see one here on this par 4, bouncing nicely onto the green, and there we go. Here I'm only going to go with a navigator because this hole is very frustrating and I want to try and save a kingmaker, but give you a chance, an outside chance of a drop. We're going with 3 backspin and 0.6 right spin. Here in this example, it's a very awkward spin set, but it is a no movement target shot. However, that is with sniper 10. I've not tested the NMT with sniper 9, so if you've got sniper 9, I would actually just play this with a kingmaker just in case a power 1 ball hasn't got the same NMT position. Mid +20, power 1 settings regardless of your club level and ball used. Use sniper 10 numbers. I would in this instance have added 0.1 to get this to drop. It's tweakable if you want it, but if not, you should be close, if not in, and you've only hit a navigator off the tee rather than a kingmaker, so it's up to you how much you want to tweak. On the drive here, we're going to set up and play with the quarterback actually, and then play with the sniper for our second shot. Clear ring overlapping the rough, half of it overlapping the rough, at the top of plus 12. Then we go with 1 bar of top spin and 3 left spin. Adjustment here, max plus 15. Max plus 15. Now, the reason I'm only using 1 top spin, any more than that, I have been finding glitch rolls. If you do roll into the rough, you can still save it with a Nirvana bouncing down there with top spin. So don't worry if you catch a glitch roll, they do happen, but I've been okay with 1 top spin. Max left curl just before the circle drops as our overpower reference. Going to bounce very safely there. Great left might be trouble though, so try and hit perfect. And we get a nice roll there without anything glitchy. Drive distance of around 320. Second shot, adding spin first, 4 top spin and 3 bars of side spin to the right. And then I want to set up here with the ball guide short of the pin. Now this one needs a little bit of a tweak, so just bear in mind here what you're seeing. You might need to tweak from that, but you can see along the line of the shot, as we're looking at it where our ball is, the tip of the ball guide was 2 green squares short of the pin, and that's the reference you need to tweak from. So you need to base your tweak on the results of the video. We're using landing position plus yards. Plus 9 with sniper 10 will be plus 11 with sniper 9, and that's 92% slider, 20% elevation. And here I'm using 2 clicks of underpower because we adjust to a higher point. If you forget the underpower, you're probably not going to end up in the rough, but you will be using a wedge for the eagle rather than putting. So the underpower there just safeguarding us from going too long, but you can see him just missing out on the left-hand side. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.